on your chin. Oh, yeah. This is the Going Deep Show.
All right, I gotta ask this. All right, I'm just gonna play it, see what this one is. All right, that's what it is.
Was a suck a camel's dick. Wesley Willis.
Yeah. All right, makes sense.
That's a great song.
But you were talking about there's some things you want to get to. So
did you notice how you can swipe too and go to other boards?
Oh yeah, there we
There's
go.
Lots of other things in there. We can load them up. All right, let me look at my notes because I got shit tons of stuff to get to. And this could be rapid fire time here.
All right. Fire away, Captain.
Okay, have you heard of a coffee enema?
I've heard about them. I've read about them, but fuck no. I mean, I've had, like, after drinking a shitload of coffee, that a lot of shits came out.
A lot of shit has come out.
Yep.
I fucked up.
There's a woman who just put out a video online that I saw who has 3 to 4 coffee enemas a day. Day.
Why?
And I'm just like, good fucking God.
I mean, is this her cure to Ozempic or something?
Well,
or?
I think instead of drinking, I think she just doesn't fill her bladder up. She just shoots it up her ass. Still gets the same caffeine rush, you know?
That's like alcohol up your ass and everything up your ass.
Let's see here. No, I just can't believe that's something that I don't. Have you had the colonoscopy?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about your first experience with that, because I have to have it soon. I'm gonna be 50. I gotta get it done.
Yeah. So here's the big deal. So I went to Soaring Eagle Casino, saw the Bill Cosby.
Wait. Are you serious?
Oh, more than once. I
love Bill Cosby. Don't get me wrong. I love Bill Cosby.
I've minted and stolen from him more on his comedy.
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Whether it's Buck, 3rd Street.
Are you telling me right now you saw Cosby?
I was in front row.
And then you went and got your...
No. So he started talking about a colonoscopy, and he's talking about you have to drink and everything you go through. And he really fucking built it up. So when it came time to actually do one, and I got like the juice or whatever the drink and everything like that, and went through. And so the same woman that took me to go get my vasectomy took me to go get my colonoscopy, because you can't drive home on your own.
When you get a colonoscopy, you can't drive home either?
No, not when you go there. But now there's like that deal where you can just do it all at home.
You can shit in a box that one?
Yep.
That's real?
That was the second one I did. So anyway, no shit. No pun intended.
Wait, so I can shit in a box?
Yeah.
Or do I have to take a fucking thumb up my ass now?
Yep. Nope. You don't have to worry about that. But... no polyps and everything else. So, but I was really let down because I was expecting like this.
You wanted a thumb in your ass.
I wanted like this really horrific drink to have and
farting up a storm
and go in and not know what's going on. It's kind of like recently, like when I had my surgery on my wrist, I was like fighting under, sedation. Like you're not going to do anything to my arm. So yeah,
this is my jack off arm.
No, I'm right-handed, but yet. Shit.
The stranger.
So yeah. So, but no, it's not that bad. I mean, it's
not.
You don't know you're
it's because
under.
you shit in the box. That's easy. I'll shit in your fucking dog's bowl right there.
Oh God, White Lotus. Have you ever seen the show White Lotus?
No.
So on Max White Lotus, I get to almost like the last episode, and this character on there is high on K. And he decides to, because he's so pissed off at a guest, he's going to shit. And he literally shits, and they show it. Great special effects.
Like fucking soft serve Frosty?
Yeah, he's like...
Are you serious?
Just shitting into the suitcase. Yeah.
Into a suitcase like fucking...
Oh my God, I was like, I can't believe they're showing this. I had to look away.
My God.
I had to look away. So yeah, White Lotus. Yeah, it's a great show. It's a fucked up show. So
Have you seen Obliterated on Netflix?
I have not watched Obliterated.
Obliterated
yet.
on Netflix is one of the most graphic things I've seen in a while. It shows a black guy. Okay, have you ever seen it? It shows a black dude, and they put an explosive in his penis.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and they show the wires coming out of the tip of his thing. And I was just like shocked by this. When I saw it, I was like, "What the holy shit?" I was on Netflix. I'm like, really?
That's something bold. So actually, I was watching something about
Obliterated. Look it up, everybody, if you want to see that.
On SNL. SNL was recently, like, this is what's really terrible about our show, that we can't say fucking shit. On there, their comedy is very restricted on the show.
On SNL, yeah.
Yeah, because let's face it, when you're in British comedy or anything like that,
They can get away with a lot more.
they get away with a lot more. Do you remember The Young Ones? Did you ever watch The Young Ones?
What was The Young Ones on?
Young Ones was like on MTV on Sunday nights. It was kind of like a Monty Python just had their anniversary for the Holy Grail.
What year was it? Was that
So
on?
this would have been like 84, 85, 86. You were barely that old.
Yeah, I was probably like 8 or 9. So my mom did. We weren't allowed to have MTV until I was probably like 11, maybe 11, 12 years old.
So you had the sketch comedy, took place half hour, 4 flat roommates, Vivian, Rick, Neil, and I gotta remember the other one. But anyway, they lived in this flat. There was like
look it up.
I've got it on DVD here somewhere. But they would have like Ace of Spades Motorhead, like all of a sudden playing in the living room, and different things like that. So yeah, the guy that was in Drop Dead Fred later on was actually in that show.
What the hell was it? Yahoo Serious?
Yeah.
Right?
So,
Is that who that was?
Yeah.
Drop Dead Fred was Yahoo Serious, wasn't it?
Yep. So it's one of those really great, brilliant comedy things.
I watched some clips of the old Beavis and Butthead the other day, with some Pantera kicking on it.
Oh, really?
It was amazing. It was so good to watch it. I was like, when you see something you haven't seen in 20 years, maybe even 30 years, you're just like, holy crap. You just get that nostalgic kind of feel about it. It's pretty wild to see it. But yeah, the Pantera version of Beavis and Butthead was pretty good.
Gotta love it.
So what are the clips here? Here's the thing. Okay, if you go into the notes on that, I don't know if you're down there, bottom.
Yep,
Can you
notes,
see the
bottom
notes?
right. Use this notes. Oh, wait a minute.
So you're going to
That's
see
to
a bunch of
type
things
in.
I've collected. So one of the things I wanted to play was MAGA Jesus, but I don't have access to that through this computer into the system. So the notes on that are going to be the way to go.
I'm going to slide it back over to you.
I wanted to play MAGA.
The kid is taking back control because I am not doing enough shit over here.
I wanted to play MAGA Jesus. You're going to like this. Okay, watch this. Hopefully this will work. If I've logged into my Instagram correctly. And if not, it will not work. Okay, here we go.
These little ones in my name might be letting in a murderer or a drug. Let's get her to a detention center. Till we can figure out what's going on. I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. And behold, now I'm all lazy and entitled. You shouldn't have done that. Do unto others as you suspect they might want to do unto you. What is a man profited if he gain the whole world but lose his soul? A lot. He has profited a lot. One soul for the whole world, that is an amazing deal. Why do you look at the speck of dust in your brother's eye but ignore the plank in your own? Because of her emails. Yes. If a man strikes you on the right cheek, turn to him and shoot him.
Oh, shit.
That is the law. If you want to be perfect, go. Sell all the possessions that you have and give the money to a solid mutual fund. By this, they will know that you are my disciples. That you say, Merry Christmas! Christ! Christmas! That's my name in there, and I put it in there because I wanted it in there so we could all celebrate Big Boy Jesus' birthday time! Okay? Okay.
What do you think of that? Is that fucking
Actually,
good?
yeah, no.
That's fucking good, right?
Scroll moment. Cheesehead decided that now it's just going to be Columbus Day.
Is that what it is?
Just Columbus Day, not Indigenous People Day. That just recently happened, which I kind of get that a little bit, you know. So, but yeah, Christmas is Christmas.
I tried to find this coffee enema one here. Let's see if this loads up, because you got to hear it. It's insane. It's like what this woman will do. Yeah, listen to this.
St. Petersburg, Florida.
That's perfect.
And I'm addicted to coffee enemas.
For the past 2 years, Trina hasn't been able to function without her daily coffee enemas. A procedure where liquid is injected into the colon.
I can't even imagine doing
the
that.
lower intestine. Her addiction is so intense, she does up to 4 every day.
I love the way coffee
4.
enemas make me feel.
4
I feel
a day?
like a sense of euphoria. I absolutely would fall apart without them.
I don't think there's not a lot I would do for it.
Yeah, no, not 4 things up your ass in a day.
Oh my goodness! Look at how cute this little pup is.
Yeah, she's cute till she acts up.
Do you want to jump on?
No.
Okay, you can.
I don't know anything you guys are talking about.
We're just talking about black guys' penises with explosives in them.
And a woman getting coffee enemas 4 times a day.
Listen, this actually would.
That sounds.
You have a glitter piece right on the forehead.
Coffee enema thing,
I
man.
do magical shit all day. Yeah, I
Come over here.
If you want to talk about spiritual or 3D, 5D, narcissist, all that shit, I'm down. But
I have some narcissist stuff. I got narcissist stuff.
You don't want to hear my opinion.
I didn't bring an extra microphone. That's the only thing.
totally
you'd have to sit on her.
Like,
sit on his.
You guys are
lap.
having fun. I don't want to.
We're actually in the last couple of minutes of the show. We're just wrapping up. So.
Yeah.
So, by the way, folks, that's the Bronze Goddess there in the
Bronze
background.
Goddess.
Her and little Piper just came home.
That dog is tiny, man.
Yes.
I forget how small that thing
And
is.
she just like gets right up on Maximus. She straps ones on. Piper straps a cock on and just reams out Max anytime she can.
Hi. Daughter. You're talking about my daughter.
She's so. How much does that thing weigh? Like 2 pounds?
2 or 3 pounds. I don't think she weighs as much as a
She's
female
so
enema.
tiny.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, we got to do like a wrap up.
Yes.
But I kind of want to do some rapid fire here a little bit.
I think that putting shit up your ass is all just for show. It's clickbait.
Well, I mean, they do the tampon soaked vodka tampons to get drunk quicker. So I can only imagine if you stuck a coffee enema.
That's fake news.
But if coffee, no,
Does that really work?
People were getting fucking wasted off the vodka up the ass with the tampons. Yeah. So as coffee enema, can you imagine having a coffee in the morning? But straight to your fucking bloodstream through your ass? I mean, you'd be like, no, I'm awake.
So, wait a minute. Tampons would make it last throughout the day more often, but I can remember like people just taking bottles of wine and vodka, just like lube it and shove it in there.
Yeah, coffee, I can understand the risk-reward thing. But I don't hang over well, so vodka thing is all the difference.
But you wonder if you're bypassing anything when you with doing it that way. If you
supposed to
don't
get there quicker.
do you get hungover just as bad with sticking it straight up your ass?
We might have to try. No, we're not trying this.
No.
Sounds like you guys. Sounds like a little extracurricular here. You guys got to try out.
Lightweight. All I just got to do is drink it one, and I'm good.
It takes longer to get down to the ass. Or
I think that if you have to put vodka up your ass, then you have too high of a tolerance, and then you should go to a meeting.
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah,
You're absolutely right.
for sure.
Yeah.
By the way, last year at this time, we did a show with a friend of mine who, she comes in and I said, there's a sex addicts anonymous, like a nymphomaniacs anonymous, at the Masonic temple, and she goes, we should just go sit outside and see who comes out of that. I'm like, that's actually pretty funny.
I used to be a Job's daughter, and it was at the Masonic Temple.
Can you imagine walking out of there or just sitting outside and watching people come out and be like, oh, I know you. Oh, I know you. Or just like, oh, no, you.
A bunch of girls come out with white robes. That's what they do there.
But I thought that was pretty interesting that they had a class. It was a 2-day class, too. Or 2-day.
Well, yeah, but what would be the difference? They have AA meetings and NA meetings at churches.
Yeah. But Sex Addicts Anonymous is a different. You'll have guys I think that would come there specifically to just like take advantage of it. Like, where are all them horny bitches at?
Guys are just saying your way of thinking.
I think most guys.
I think it's genius.
Yeah.
Well, you remember Fight Club?
Yeah.
There's a whole thing in Fight Club where he meets the one chick because he's sitting in the different A meetings, different things because he's not getting enough. He's addicted to meetings. So,
I never saw that.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Addicted to meetings.
You've never seen Fight Club?
No.
Holy shit, we gotta watch that.
I'm only 25.
I know.
I'd be down for some Fight Club. I'd watch it again.
Oh my god, that's classic. Bob's Bitches.
So no coffee enemas, huh?
No, as attractive as it seems. I would wait till somebody else does it.
It depends. Is it Starbucks or not? I mean, like, what's it gonna be, right?
Coffee's too strong.
You do Starbucks. That's what's in the fridge. You take one to work every day.
I only do
those
Creation.
Are actually really good, but if you go through a Starbucks, their coffee's really strong. I can't do it.
Creation. I'll do Creation coffee.
Worse than my Death Wish.
That's just stinks.
Dude, I don't think I've ever had the Death Wish.
Oh, you've had Death Wish.
Is that what you brought to the studio?
No, I brought you Death Wish before.
It stinks really bad.
No, I've never thought it stank if he has brought it because it's pretty good.
So we actually mixed the Natty Daddy's 8% beer.
Oh my god, I want another one.
With vodka and then also crystal or lemonade.
For what?
For our little drinks. We were just finished.
Just to loosen our asses up.
Yeah. So,
when you record, you have to really just loosen up a little bit. What did you think about our commander in chief visiting tonight?
And
our Cheeto in chief.
The president being in Macomb, George did the pipe and drape for it.
Huh?
You didn't know Trump was in Michigan today?
No.
We're celebrating right now. We're celebrating his 100th day.
Being in office.
Do you know
he was here in Michigan to
Did you guys, when you guys got together, when 100 days when you guys got to 100 days, did you like celebrate like this has been the best 100 days of our relationship I've ever been in? I mean,
it's a Hallmark holiday.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't you think? I mean,
I don't think Trump has anything to celebrate. And
no,
I know.
I agree.
I know that you're like hearing that from me and being shocked, but I call it as I see him.
We talk about like different type of narcissism, but when you're the auto workers going like, oh my God, you're giving us a break on the tariffs that you implemented to go along with it. It's like kind of like thank you for hitting me in the face quite a few different times.
We have so much more important things to take care of.
Yes. Yeah. Or how about just let's not celebrate 100 days. How about we get through way more than that and you actually prove yourself? I mean, 100 days is like, good God, it's such a fucking circle jerk of fucking nonsense, isn't it? It's so bad. It's so bad.
Is there another one open?
Yeah, it's up above. Here, come over here.
Why?
I'll get it.
Because you're going to get me on.
Don't just sit down. Sit down here.
I need a drink. I've had a rough day.
I will get you one.
Why'd you have a rough day?
The universe is definitely testing me to see if I'm over my old hood Stacy. It was trying to bring her up today. I had to tuck her back in a few times.
Was it a lot of fists could have been thrown at some point?
Nothing to do with my customers. I love my customers. I really, truly do. No, are you trying to get me drunk?
Always.
Or at least catch up a little bit.
Just people are just stupid. Well, you don't want to hear the long story, but I got those acrylics today, and they're 2 different sizes. Are you listening?
Yes, I am.
Let's take a pause. I can hook it on the mic up.
Yeah.
No, you're okay. And anyway, so they're 2 different sizes, and they told me measure them, because if you measure them wrong, you get them and you own them. So they come in. And one is totally off. So I call him, and I tell her, and I have my notes from the whole conversation.
And this is Wolf again.
Yep. No, this is 4 Seasons.
Okay.
And so anyway, she's like, okay, Stacy, we're gonna pick that one up, we'll drop another one off, Is that good? I'm like, that's perfect, thank you so much, we're all human, we all mess up. Well, then this other bitch calls me, and she's like, I need you to go measure them right now. I says, well, hold on. I said, I already did that. Well, did you put the acrylic on the bed? And I'm like, no, I don't need to. The measurements are 34 by 78. You sent me a 30 by 75. And she was adamant that I go and take the one that was correct and put it on the bed to make sure it fits. And I said, listen, I am not doing that. Why are you even calling me? I called on the one that's too short, not the one that you made that's right. So why are you calling and hitting on me and coming at me? And she's like, well, this one is 34. I said, that is not even the acrylic, that's bad. And she just wouldn't come off it. And I finally said, listen, I said, you know, why are you deflecting on me? I'm like, I said, you're totally deflecting on anything. I don't even know why you called me. This was handled. And
Right.
she just, I wanted to climb through the phone. And she's like, I said, I'm not going to stop my business in the middle and go rip an acrylic out and put it, you know, I have acrylics that are out. Anyway, long story short, she really just freaking pissed me the hell off. And then the empty unit, I get there today, smells like shit. Bad.
So it's backed up fucking again?
So I called Todd, or I texted Todd, and I said, hey, I said, the empty unit smells like shit, and it's coming over into here. And he's like, go and pour water down those traps, da-da-da-da. And I said, Todd, I said, I have a salon that I need to take care of, and I'm busy. I can't. He's like, well, you did it before. I said, no, my son happened to be here, and he's the one that did it all. Mm-hmm. I said, I don't have time for that today. And he's like, well, blah, blah, blah. And he said I needed to. Well,
He needs to pay you extra money or give you more rest.
I said, what you need to do is have the damn thing augured.
Yeah.
I said,
Snaked out.
I'm not, I said, you just need to have it augured. You just do. I think this is going to be too strong. But anyway, and then of course, no, honey, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to feel like shit tomorrow.
All right. Well, this is not edibles.
Oh, okay.
It's salted caramel brownie.
I will later.
I was gonna put one in your lunch. I'm like, does she like brownies or not? I know you like brownies, but this is
Oh, this is
definitely
actually
going in
really
an ice
good.
cream sundae this weekend.
So
Was the
I went and propped the back door open to that unit, turned the fan on, and said, screw it. I don't care what happens because I'm so pissed.
Yeah. Well, and he has no right to keep on asking you to do shit.
I know. He needs a property manager. He needs someone that can, I mean, like, go call the salon or the other place. Why do you, like, because I know why. Because I would always jump and do shit for him all the time. And then
that's one thing when
he
you're
got-
slow, but
yeah.
he needs to cut you either a break or pay you
I
for
love
doing what
that.
you're doing.
So, anyway, it was a really good day. I mean, I was busy and stuff. I left the towels in the car because you got to move it anyway.
All right, I will.
But
Yep.
it was just, people were being very challenging to me today, but you know what? I passed. I kept my cool.
All right, why is this not?
This dog is so teeny. Oh my gosh.
She's a little lover. She gets loved on all
There we
day.
go. All right.
But where is Trump at?
He's down in Macomb. So he was down in Macomb for the day, kind of celebrating his 100 years.
I was going to ask you, what did you think about what's her butt? Our governor right now. She was at the White House a month ago.
Yeah.
And when they did that photo op, she's like covering her face with folders. Did you see this?
Yeah, she was kind of like, I don't want to be associated, and kind of like ambushed in a little bit in regards to it. But I know a lot of people just don't like Gretchen at all.
I like her.
But I've met her in person. And
I got nothing bad to say about her.
I have no complaints.
Does she relate to Trump because they both tried to get assassinated, or both she had that?
Well, she that happened to her first, where she was going to be kidnapped and everything else.
Do you think that seriously that Trump was almost assassinated 2 times?
So
2 times, really?
Trump is a false prophet.
I think he's just.
No, he truly is. You watch. You don't have to believe me. Just record it.
Like a false prophet. Like, what do you mean?
He's a snake oil salesman.
Oh God, dude, he's a complete salesman. Oh yeah.
Well, you know, like people, he wants to get everybody together, and people do praise him and look up to him, and I think that's going to go to his head, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going to get worse.
But I don't understand how he gets them together. That's the biggest thing.
I've never seen anything like it for a president.
And that's kind of where people do look at, like, remember?
It's because they watch The Apprentice.
Well, no, you remember the movie?
I watched it. I mean, I'm not Trump or not Trump, but yeah. I don't know why.
Well, no, the movie The Omen, way back in the day, Damien the Omen and everything else. So there's certain things where some people think that he's going to bring Armageddon and the retribution. He's all part of it. That's what some of the Christian base kind of look to him when it comes to things. So, but it's going to be interesting. Doge is kind of like Elon's taking a back seat and kind of like stepping back on things right now because his whole business is sucking when it comes to selling vehicles and everything else.
Here's the thing about it, though. Like, we live in America. Do we really need to like have some type of central person that we all have to bow down to and praise in a certain way? Like, no. Aren't the Kardashians enough?
Listen, stay out.
Don't go there with Kardashians.
You know what I'm saying is,
You
like,
leave my Chloe alone. No,
this is what I'm saying.
Well, this is my thing. Trump. Biden made Trump look.
I'll get behind the Kardashians. I love how they look. They're gorgeous. They're beautiful people.
If you see beyond that, though, those girls built fucking empires.
More than Trump did.
Well,
Trump's a
absolutely.
come on.
And they are very spiritually humbled. I mean, you gotta see. People are just jealous. People that hate on them for no reason are just jealous. But
I don't hate on a gorgeous person who like does what she wants to do and makes money on it, and the fact that she stepped away from Kanye and his weirdness when she. But besides
haters from women.
Yeah.
Women are very, very jealous and we're very vindictive.
But this whole like praise of Trump, just look at him with this Cheeto dusted face and this weird hair and this it's a weirdness about it.
This is when COVID happened, people in the United States were making more money than most people in the United States were making more money than they ever had in their life, and Trump did that, okay? But then Biden come in office, and he's a toolbox too. He's a
OnlyFans did that, I think, more than anything.
But Biden came into office, and then people were losing money, people were losing jobs, it got really bad, which makes Trump look better. And so when he got reelected, it was everybody with the hope.
But was that the case? I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. How did you know that's true or not? That they lost. That it was worse under Obama.
I get okay. So you're a fan, Biden.
No. I'm not a fan of either of them. I don't care. They can both fuck off.
If you if you walk outside and open your eyes, the world has gone to shit in the Biden administration.
Here's the thing I look at, okay? You have a 4-year stretch, okay? Mm-hmm. So where does the overlap happen from the previous one?
So you get that, and now I get that because you explained that to me. But I'm speaking from the general population that they don't get really in depth. You know, they believe what they want to believe, and then they just 4 years
isn't enough for me to do anything to convince anybody to do a lot, even the president, to affect the economy in such a way, or people's making money in such a way. So when it overlaps in a good or a bad way, who gets the blame? I guess is the biggest.
Well, that's what my point is I totally get what you're saying, but the general population don't get in depth to educate themselves that much on that topic to know that. They're living in the moment. And so in that moment, this is what's happening in their eyes. There's so many people out there that just stand firm on so many beliefs that they're just not educated about.
And I think the person that I got to give some credit to is my ex-mother-in-law, who we could disagree on a lot of stuff, but we could always get to a point where she teaches me something and I teach her something, and we kind of meet in the middle. And I think that's the biggest thing on what's going on right now. Neither of these groups want to kind of meet in the middle. And we need to in order to make sure we get forward in a positive way. I think we keep getting more distant and more our group, your group. We're Americans. This is everybody's group. We're all together in this. If half of us hurt, it affects us in the long run. In fact, it affects both of us in the long run. And that's wrong. I think a way to look at it, right?
And the difference in the whole thing would be if what you just said, more people stood up and stood firm on that. But there's so many people that are yes men and women
I think some people are afraid
to agree. So they're going to listen to what their friend tells them about Trump and think that it's amazing, and then they're going to run with it and stand firm on it instead of being open-minded, like you said, taking it all in, but then go and do your own due diligence and come to your own conclusion.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
No one's doing that.
I'll be the first to admit I don't know everything.
Neither do I.
I never will, and I want people who know more than me to come and hang out and talk to me. I think that's why I like hanging out with this guy. I think he knows more, and two brains learning about things are better than one. Right?
Well, and one of the greatest philosophers always said is the one thing I know in life is I know nothing. And that's the thing. We're always, if you're not learning and being open-minded towards new things, you're totally suffering. So when it comes to
I think it's super naive to think that any one of us knows exactly what's going on. That's why.
No, right. Yeah, there's so much.
In fact, it's interesting to hear you do the way you're talking about it, because all right. You kind of like you absorb it a little bit, and you're like, well, and you put yourself a little bit in your shoes, and you try to. But I think people get so aggressive about it nowadays, where it's wrong to get that aggressive about it, right?
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's why, like, with politics for me is like I've just kind of like had to back away from it because it's all so negative, and there's so much false information out there beyond the presidency, but we're not open-minded enough, and I mean we are, but in general are not open-minded enough to listen to your friend and with an open mind. I mean, there's a total difference of listening to respond or to understand. And people are listening to just respond. They're just like, okay, I already got my response in my head while you're still talking. I know what I'm going to say.
Right.
I think
there's exactly right. I think there's not a lot of listening, and it's more of a like how I'm going to rebut what they're saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
you don't even know. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's the way that our brain has been trained in the past of how to respond. And that's one of the great things that her and I have in conversations. When it is like, this is your normal response, and you need to unfuck yourself and start to think of it a little bit differently and look at it a different perspective. When it comes to it, there's the learned response, the known response of what triggers some past memory or whatever it is. And then it's like, okay, let's just set that aside and approach it a little differently. Because I've said it many, many times. Life's too fucking short.
It is, and it to be overly serious about some things that a lot of the times, if you let go, you just don't have the control over it that we think we may. And sometimes you just got to step away from it, like you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, if you stop focusing on things that you absolutely have no control over, that make you feel yucky inside, you'll be a whole new person for sure. But
then at the same time, though, we have kids, and the thing, the decisions to not stand up or not like make our voices heard now, it could affect those guys down the road when we're gone and stuff.
What shocks me is my son goes to Michigan State and he's 19. And it literally shocks me, or maybe I'm just different, how much in politics they are involved in and how much they know and how much they educate themselves on like everything. I'm glad that they do, but I was
in between all those frat parties there.
Yeah, I know, but I get it. But am I like abnormal? I never did that at that age. I didn't give a crap.
Not when I was that young. No, it wasn't until I was turned. Yeah.
So I will say, from what my perspective is, the younger generation, they are getting more involved in my 34-year-old Christopher. Now you want to talk about a Trumpster? Wow. Like
I've been always wanting to have somebody to get on the podcast with us about that, because it's hard.
He's in the union, and he will sit there and tell you everything about. But he is a die-hard Trump.
I would love to have him on.
He would do it.
Your brothers are the same way too.
Well, yeah, but Christopher is like the younger generation that Christopher, like, they shock me of like how involved they are.
Well, and that was the targeted group, the Joe Rogan podcast and everything else that they listened to, and inspire that.
Oh, yeah, the way you
also,
consume social media now, it definitely moves you in different ways.
Which is also kind of funny because the Ben Shapiro's, the Joe Rogans have kind of like switched their stance because their base has changed.
Well, it's not even the matter of the base. I think it's them. They're smart. They take in what they've learned, and a smart person will change their mind because they've learned new things. It's the ones who don't bother to learn new things stay right where they're at, and I think that's more of a thing. So I can see where Ben and Joe would switch sides because they're curious. And they know they're not stuck in their ways, and I mean, no one should be. No one should be stuck in their ways.
No.
This is exactly.
I'm not right. I'm not left.
This is perfect right here. I've never nothing's been more true for me anyway.
For the rest of the human beings,
Listen.
I want some I'm not I'm not right. I'm not left. I'm not Republican.
Hold it up to the microphone.
I'm not libertarian. I'm a human being that wants the best for the rest of the human beings, and I want some common sense. And I want to be left alone. I want to pay low taxes. I want to be able to go build things and prosper and get all the things that have been promised to me in the Constitution of this country. That's what I want. And until people wake the up and stop identifying with left or right, Republican, Democrat, black, white, gay, straight, all the shit. Until we figure that out and stop doing that, we will continue to be abused by these people who hold the power. I'm not right.
I agree. I agree with that 100%.
I do too.
And I think this is a time right now where a lot of people don't agree with what Trump's doing, but they don't agree with what people on the other side are doing. This is a time for anybody who's going to come through as an independent could actually thrive.
I didn't want to vote for either one of them.
No, fuck that. I didn't either.
It was like we're picking from the worst of the two evils, but the people that stand up for Trump and they stand firm on Trump. We're sitting here. We all agree to everything that guy just said. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that we should, but there's not enough people that stand firm on that. Because it's toxic.
There's a lot of fear going on right now where, it is. And it's done on purpose. It's a control thing. It's just...
That's why they talk about I'm going to slaughter this word, but oligarchs in other countries where they're going to be like, I'm in power, I'm going to rule in fear. And let's face it, if he doesn't try to wormhole a way to go for another term, which wants another 82-year-old man to be rerunning for an office, what the fuck does he got to lose? But the bad thing is whatever he implements or does, what's going to stick after he's out of office, depending on who comes in afterwards. Is all this going to be for nothing? And that's where people kind of worry about shit.
You could write Trump a letter. Knowing that he would read it, what would you say to him?
Don't talk so fucking much.
Besides that,
I mean, if he actually just kind of like gave one-word answers or just acknowledged and actually followed through with what he said, but he's not doing that. He's actually... What he is following through with are the things that aren't benefiting you or I or anyone else that are middle class people.
Well,
and let
go ahead.
No, real quick. I don't think we need tariffs to bring jobs back to the United States. If the car companies and everything, the automotive, want to bring jobs back, they should just do that and not worry about a tariff for something that's going to force it. I think today when they were talking about Amazon putting little things about extra cost for tariffs.
It was the price with and without.
Somebody actually posted, why don't we just put made in the United States? If you did those little things, that's going to draw more of the business back here because that's really what we want. We want manufacturing back here. We've steered so far away from it, both parties, Democrat and Republican, in regards to that.
Okay, so I got to rebut on this one.
Nope, go right ahead.
Well, first of all, so the tariffs thing, I'm not saying that it's a bad idea. Long term, I think that it really could work. However,
what are you doing?
We're not there right now. Where we are is...
No, he
needs to fix what's going on with the United States short term because people are homeless. and people don't have shelters to go to. People don't have food. And when they do find a camp, they get kicked out of it. He needs to, like the plane's going down, he needs to put the gas mask on every American right now. And the tariffs, like, let's focus on that and then get a cabinet or something to work on this in the future when it pans out. It is not immediate, and we need immediate action, like, for sure. Also,
see, I was thinking differently
with the car dealer, with the car things. So we can't totally, like, we can't ask I guess we can. We want the government to help us out, but those manufacturer companies did this. They did this from the get-go. They got greedy. GM was founded, and I stand firm on this, GM was founded, I'm triggered, on the fact that we are going to build an American product, we are going to hire American people, and we are going to pay them a good American wage to where they can afford the product that which they are making.
That's why Detroit thrived when it did.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
unions.
And people got, can I swear?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Motherfucking greedy.
Dude, people, I think the greed is the worst.
Absolutely. And so now here we are. The 2002 Chevy Avalanche was the first vehicle that went over to the Mexico and got built. So, and then it went from there. If that never happened, and you can blame who, Clinton, for that shit, we wouldn't be sitting here today.
Well, not just Clinton. I think it would be anybody who's running those companies decided, oh, we can do it. They're cheaper, so let's do that.
Yeah, absolutely. But and I'm going to go off topic and on a tangent. I'm sorry, but it's GM. What they did has trickled into our healthcare system, because you have all these hospitals that they're firing nurses and
Erasure's coming here.
I mean, just like McLaren.
She's
took
gonna have
all the
my
COVID
God
money, and they went
we need to get another mic
all
like that.
these new buildings instead of putting it back into their staff. It's not that, I mean, they're on diversion all the time.
So what's funny is
if they have those beds that are open, they don't have people to put those beds on or to help get out of that patients. They just don't. And then, oh man, don't even get me. You got me started.
It's just the start, and it's fine.
It's awful that this is happening in the United States.
Oh, I know.
The president is on tariffs.
Well,
like, come on, people are dying.
This is one of the things that I have to give him some credit on is he's got a barrage of things coming at him. Okay. Mm-hmm. If I had the amount of shit coming at me that he's got, yeah, I'd probably do and say some crazy shit too.
But you're not the president of the United States.
Exactly. But he should definitely stay off Twitter. Say, I'm taking a day off of TV interviews. I'm just gonna take a break for a day, just a day. Just to reset my brain instead of letting things kind of keep going the way that they've been going. Am I right? Let's stay off the internet. Let's stay off video.
This is what I said about Trump. If he would let me be his spiritual advisor, I would totally stand firm and vote for him. Because whoever his spiritual advisor is needs to get fired. There's no reason why the President of the United States should be picking up his phone and worrying about anything that's on fucking any social media platform whatsoever.
No.
And Trump is so big about fake news. Well, then why are you going on there and contributing to it? Like, that is the narcissist. Trump is a narcissist. And that is the narcissism in him, for sure. Because he's all about show. But
it's his background. It's his TV background, and that's what he knows.
People that are like at a higher level are like, no, words mean nothing. We need action, and he's not doing that.
I love that you have me defending his. That's really the best part, because I'm constantly criticizing this guy, but you're like bringing up like, well, that's all he knows.
Listen, I am the first person to put myself in somebody else's shoes, and I get all that. But at the end of the day, he is the president of the motherfucking United States.
There should be some more pride involved in that, don't you think?
Absolutely. And why should he be on so? Okay, let me ask you.
I would be so paranoid.
If we're at our normal jobs every day, right? Yeah. And if we're on social media all day, do we not get held accountable for that? Okay, so the bread.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's, oh my God. High five me on that one. That's a great point.
No.
That is an absolute amazing point.
This
Companies
is a man
have
that wakes
blocked.
up at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. He's posting.
Oh my God.
If most of us would,
If I do that, I'm fucking fired.
Exactly.
I'm done.
You go into.
That's so true.
I've worked at car dealerships my whole life. I've gone into car dealerships for
That's so
like
fucking
your own personal social media. You can't even get on it
No.
because they have the firewalls. Well, Trump needs a big old freaking thick firewall.
but he created his own.
She is
social
speaking the
media.
truth.
He created Truth Social for that reason, that he could vent and nobody could censor him. And
Dude, how come I...
His wife, I promise you, gives him 5 minutes a day to vent. Other than that, it's repetitive bitching, but I'm sure he gets
I'm
it.
sure she's
Do you-
just like,
do you-
I'm off just doing
Do you
something
even
else.
think they talk on the daily?
She's all
For
of
her
his
sake,
kids,
I hope not.
all of
Exactly. I agree.
all of her kids his kids have taken a step back. If you notice,
She did
Melania and
the campaign. She was nowhere to be found, wasn't she? She was gone.
But then, you know what? I think that because her mere presence to me, and because she is not throwing herself out there like Trump, she's a very powerful woman. Because your privacy.
I
your
think so.
power-
Yeah.
Oh,
I think, to be honest with you, I think she has more power than he does.
I agree. And that's that same way with whether it's
I respect her way fucking more than him.
Absolutely.
Whether it's Michelle Obama. Every man has a great woman that actually is the reason why they're successful.
But that's touche. That's both ways.
No, but it is true. It is
Because-
true though.
Well,
Because guys will tend to we'll do some crazy shit. It's
So will women.
we veer we kind of like come back to a middle ground of like being reasonable because of someone else, and it's usually our women.
Well, but I think everybody needs it's a support. It's just and if you have somebody that you're married to that's your cheerleader, that's what's really really important. But I think that women and men need that both. You know, I mean, some of us women have more masculine energy than.
Swinging big dicks. Swinging big dicks.
I feel like I
think it's just
I did it, but I did it.
It's just more realistic though. Everything you're saying is there's nothing that's not true about what you're saying. You know what I mean?
So when you think about
I have a different perspective on everything.
his kid, Baron, is like a recluse right now in college because of all the limelight and everything else centered on him. This kid he's in his fucking years. He's in college, party, and he can't do jack shit because of his situation.
But you want to know? But hold on, I disagree firmly because he is allowing people to get in his head, which at his age I understand. But if he would just read the let them theory, then he wouldn't care and he would live his life as he chooses.
So, Kid, are you familiar with the let them theory?
I've heard the whole let them thing, but I don't know what it's about. What is it about?
It's a book, and I don't read books, but Audible is my best friend right now, and that book is life changing. I've read all Mel Robbins' books, and
I've started listening to her podcast to see what she's about. Yeah.
Like
it's good. It's good.
She's
Positive
freaking
stuff.
She's a phenomenal woman, and yeah. So, but we choose what we let affects us, and how. One thing that we can control in our life is our reaction, and our mind is our own worst enemy. But if he could get out of his own mind, and I get that it's so hard at that age because I know I wasn't for sure, and I have trauma from being in the limelight. And
Are you talking about Trump? You're not as old as Trumpy.
No, I'm talking about his kid.
Oh, okay. This is
But
fucking
so-
weird.
In her 20s.
But so I get why that would affect him, but if Trump was a really, I'm not going to say that. I don't want to say he's a bad dad, but if they could see that in him, then they would help him to realize that, listen, you know who you are. You stand firm on that. Your mind's your own worst enemy. You think all these people are like, and this is the first I've ever heard that he's even having a problem. So like he probably thinks the whole world's against him, and so he needs some help to realize that he's not.
I don't think it's the world's against him. I just think he's under a microscope.
Well, but he's reacting like it is.
Just like any kid that is of a president. Everybody's going to scrutinize what they do, how they're doing it.
I promise you, Chelsea Clinton had a ball in college.
Here's
she
the
didn't
thing.
let that
Well,
shit get her
there
down
wasn't
at
as
all.
much social media going on back then. And she probably knew all the paths to get out of the White House.
Here's the thing about it, though. Okay, look at Reagan's son. He's the biggest atheist on the planet, who was completely railing against his parents back then. You know, even to this day, still.
How could you be against Reagan?
Why is it just because he got shot?
No, I remember being like, she's 5th or 6th grade going to dance class, and with my grandma and my aunt's bawling. I look at my grandma, and I'm just tiny. I'm like, why is Aunt Vivian so quiet? She was upset because President Reagan got elected.
But here's the thing, though, okay?
But I always thought that he did a great job.
I wish that our current president was acting the way that Reagan did.
And that's the thing. A lot of people look back at that Reagan era Republican that isn't the way that it is now.
Well, because the Republicans and the Democrats have switched.
Oh yeah.
But I'm going to tell you this, and I'm not
I don't
either
even know if it's switched. It just, things got skewed in such a weird way where a lot of the people that were on the one side just they kind of veered back towards they're meeting a little bit more in the middle, but the middle now has shifted so one way.
Because of Obama.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
Obama did a lot of damage. I'm just sorry, he just did. And that's where, like, you're talking about the overlapping, like they're out of office and then things come up after. I think that Obama is the puppet master and Biden.
How is that? He's been in office for years now. How is he the puppet master?
No, he hasn't been in office in years, but it doesn't mean he's not running shit.
He's a black guy. First of all, no black guy has any type of power over much of
black.
that.
He's not full black.
I want to know. I'm curious about this one. How a black dude becomes the puppet master. First of all, tell me how that fucking works.
Michelle
Obama. Then you'd get it. He's got big muscles.
I don't give a shit if that dude's got balls or not. Tell me how either of them are the puppet master. Because just because
either of them. Oh, Michelle or okay, I got you. Listen.
Either one of them. How are they the
I've had half a drink now.
How did a guy or a girl or a guy or a girl, which we live in a world now we have to accept all of them.
Because
so why does that matter? Tell me how they were the puppet master.
Parties have switched. So Republicans are now Democrats, and Democrats they have the lines have switched. But if
there's so much the puppet master, why is this dipshit and fucking in control right now then?
Well, no. He's a puppet master of the Democrats.
Okay, so Democrats are in the fucking gutter right now. They're nothing.
I know, because he finally lost. But no,
Trump was a Democrat originally.
Well, I think that a lot. Okay, so
I'm so confused by what you're saying right now.
First of all,
there's no puppet master of any of this bullshit. It's all crap. It's all dumb.
You go. Well, no, absolutely right. But
so who's the puppet master of any of this?
To even say someone is a Democrat or a Republican in this day and age, I mean, it's really got out of control because
I'm neither of them fucking idiots. No, this is going. This is absolutely will be on the internet.
Okay, so then I'm going to leave out names. What I'm going to say.
Don't say names.
Do you think I will not say names? But okay, so let me ask. Okay, so let me rephrase. Let me phrase it this way. I've had a half a glass now, so. If you were running for office...
Never would happen.
But if you were, just like...
Only on the porn agenda, maybe.
Okay, pretend that you were, and you wanted to be in office in Bay County. So, you say that Bay County is a Democrat county, which I don't know if it is or if it's...
What's that mean even nowadays?
Hold on. Like when you vote, is Bay County more Democrat or is Bay County more Republican? It's Democrat. So you really don't have a line. So now you're going to make yourself a Democrat because Bay County voters...
But I don't even know I don't even know if it is one or the other though. That's the thing. I don't even know.
No, listen. When you go to vote...
What is it?
What is what?
Is Bay County more Democrat or Republican?
They are Democrat.
Bay City tradition has always been more Democrat than Republican.
And how do you know that?
Because
the polls and everything
the polls will tell
the way voting's taking place.
Yeah, when the polls come up, it'll show you.
So we can look right now who voted more.
Yes. So, and this is like when Trump got voted in. That was the first time that Michigan voted straight like Republican in a long time. But anyway, my point is like if you're going to run for office and you want to be in Bay County, so you're going to be a Democrat. because you're going to put down that you are a Democrat because a lot of people just vote straight Republican, straight Democrat, right? So I think that even they're not truly Democrats. They're just saying that they're Democrats so they can
that's what Trump's done for his last 2 decades.
My point is that there's way too much of that shit going on. Like, people are not being authentically themselves.
Because there needs to be like 3-4 parties. There needs to be way more than just the 2 fucking idiot parties.
So
I don't agree with any of these fucking idiots.
So what happens
because all that shit needs to be thrown out. Don't you think that whoever wins the popular vote should be president?
Yes, that's actually what there shouldn't be an electoral.
Absolutely. All that shit needs to just get, like, why did that even get developed?
Because
it made somebody win during that term.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And that's the same way when it comes to this community. It's the unions used to have more of an influence on who you voted for in regards to things. So the unions used to be more Democratic. When they started out, it was more Republican. Republican was that was the party of Lincoln and everything else, and it has changed.
I'm more like to spin back though. I'm curious about how we're blaming Obama on that. The first black president, we gotta blame him because he's fucking black, right?
Because Obama made 10% tan tax on all sales tanning salons.
Now we're getting down to it.
I'm being funny, but that's just not true.
I don't understand why he's.
It all depends on how it affects you. But if you actually look at when Obama was first on the stage, when Clinton was running for re-election, you knew that he was being groomed for a eventual role in politics.
They all are being groomed for eventual roles in politics.
Whether it's Booker.
So who's the next one?
Well, that's the hard part to see, whether it's going to be J.D. Vance.
Fuck Vance.
Well, that's what the Republicans would like.
Yeah.
And who wouldn't?
Actually, I mean, JD will fuck his couch more than he'll fuck anybody else.
Why do you say that? Did you not watch his documentary?
Yes, that's in the documentary. But actually, is he the silent assassin that actually was the last person to visit the Pope and then the Pope dies?
Sean, listen, that is so far out of reach.
No, it's not.
He was the last person to visit the Pope, seriously?
Yes, he was the day before.
So, like, what would be his agenda for that?
Because of the fact...
Because people praised him more than Trump?
Yep.
Praise who?
The Pope more than Trump. So
because the
J.D.
Pope
Vance had to knock him off.
The Pope has been a little more... Anyway.
No.
So, no, it's kind of a real fucked up situation when it comes to politics. And if you do want to run for politics, you really do have to sell your soul to a certain degree.
Hey, I'm fine with Vance. I like him. You know what? I like Vance because he called Trump a fucking Nazi Hitler.
What you just said? Repeat what you just said.
I can't remember. Damn it! My own drinks.
Good call. I like
Erasure.
I like that you called her out. I like that you called him out. I do.
Oh, you call me a her now?
No, you called him out. You said
no, but what you said, like, yes, that was like, boom, yes, absolutely. And I don't remember what it was.
So
it was really important, but it didn't make sense.
This goes back to what I keep on saying year after year, time after time. We're here for a very short period of time.
Why are we taking this all serious? We shouldn't.
No, and that's exactly it. We shouldn't take it serious. Because what we're saying on this little crazy little podcast is not going to ripple effect.
What's your letter to Trump?
We worried about our kids, though. That's the thing.
Absolutely. Yes. So what's your letter to Trump?
My what?
What's your letter to Trump? I asked him what.
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
Hey. Remember when you were in Howard Stern and we were looking at girls' boobies and you had a laser pointer out and we were just looking at how big their titties were? Can we do that again? You know what you knew about? Whether or not a girl was a 10. Why can't we keep doing that instead of dealing with fucking Ukraine and fucking Russian war and fucking we're gonna steal China's gonna Canada's gonna be our fucking 51st thing and we have Panama Canal and let's shut the fuck up. How big are them chicks' titties? Let's talk about that. You know about them titties because you can see them. That's you. He knew
what he was talking about. Him in the 80s, the reason he wants to make America great again, because he was fucking getting laid like a motherfucking fiend, having to get fucking all sorts of shit to fight AIDS off when he was fucking having sex all goddamn fucking his entire life when he was in the 80s. Guess when his best life was? The 80s.
So one of the things
I
too,
want him to go back to like his late 80s, early 90s, Trump going on the Howard Stern show and talking about rating women and being an obnoxious asshole instead of trying to pretend he's not an obnoxious asshole when we all know he's an obnoxious asshole.
So one of the ripple effects that we've actually talked about in previous shows is, what is he known for? Being firing.
You fire people
And
when they do wrong things. When you do something wrong, you fire them.
Other social media has like glommed onto that and is the exact same thing. Whether it's Hegseth, right now, who's got his nutsack in the crosshairs in regards to the shit he's done. Why hasn't he fired him?
My biggest thing is the things that he's done, like firing people and holding and whatever. There's so many people, normal American people, regulars, I should call us, that have that same demeanor, same stance, same whatever. And they're bullies in other people's words. But you have these people that follow that bully. I mean, in the first time that Trump ran for office, I was totally dead against him because I did not want my child, like you said, to grow up thinking that that was how you should be to get things done. That, like, I didn't want my child growing up seeing that president being that much of a dickhead and thinking that was okay. And it made it okay. I mean, he needed to learn.
He has normalized being a fucking asshole.
Well, but
Yes.
people that are normally a fucking asshole in regular society are frowned upon. So how is he? That's why I say that he's a false prophet. How is he getting away with it? And people are like, Trump.
When I first started this podcast back in 2004, I worried about what I said. He has made it so that I can literally say the most awful thing, and it doesn't matter because our fucking Cheeto in chief says the worst thing.
I agree with him.
Nobody says a thing about it. So I'm like, what are they gonna give a shit? I'm nothing compared to our president. I mean, right? Think about that. I am nothing compared to a president of the United States.
Is like
I can say anything. I can say anything I want.
People and Trump and anybody, including Trump, everybody should be able to express themselves the way that they see fit, right? And how they should. However, you also have to understand that you're the president of the fucking United States, and these kids are looking at you.
There's certain decorum and like class, and you want to portray like, oh, you want somebody to look up to you.
You have all these kids in school that are kicking and punching in elementary to their teachers, and they're talking shit to them, and they're doing all this stuff, and we're trying to hold them accountable
for a reason,
and
though.
We're trying to fix all of that. But yet you got the president of the United States where it's totally okay. And
it's kind of fucked up if you think about
Trump, and I really, at the end of the day, this is what did it for me this last time, where I would rather have him than Biden, is if you take your finances, right? If you take all your personal feelings, your ego, and you take it and put it aside, I don't need to fucking like somebody that's going to do good business and put money in my pocket. I don't need to like them. I don't need to like them personally, but I need to
working out for the last couple
appreciate
months?
them and respect them professionally. And I think that's how he won the race, is that people...
Oh, he definitely won it on that for sure. Oh, yeah.
Yes, because, well, even if he would... I don't care who they would have got. Trump was already in.
Oh, as soon as he faked that getting shot in the head.
I don't think that was fake. He's a false prophet.
Was it the first one that wasn't faked or the second one?
What was the second? The second one I must have not seen.
No,
because I tell you, I don't watch the news, even though I just don't, because it's so negative and it's so fake and false and disillusional. Okay, so the bullet went by the ear, but what other one?
How much information do we know about the guy that shot him the first time?
All I know is that he was a kid, but that's all. Like
exactly.
He didn't have cash.
That's all you know about a guy who tried to kill the president.
Well,
The guy-
I mean, well,
that's it. That's all you know is that. Yeah, he was just a kid.
Well, but for me,
So that seems
What I
legit.
know-
That seems legit to you.
well, no, I'm not saying that. But I guess what I'm saying is anywhere that I've gotten information from, like, you have to take it with a grain of salt because there's so much false information out there now.
There is no information about this kid.
What I know,
Nothing.
But what I know is what I saw, and I saw a young kid.
I went
So
and
when I say
looked
that's
for
what I
this
know-
information. Nothing is.
You can't find anything.
You cannot find anything about
Well,
the kid.
so now what was the Black Rock or what is that?
BlackRock Financial
Well,
is
so
a
they're
different.
saying that he would like that was a part of it.
He was
but
in-
that's
Yes.
all conspiracy shit.
But he was in a video for BlackRock, by the way, who bought
kid was?
the
Yes.
East Coast and the West Coast of the Panama Canal. So that doesn't seem like a connection at all to anything with Trump would be
With
involved.
the
No,
with,
Panama-
right?
I educate me because I want to
So,
know what you just said.
Look up who just purchased the entrance to the Panama Canal on both sides of the canal. BlackRock. So this kid somehow was involved with BlackRock, right?
He was in a commercial that they had for BlackRock Financial, and he was like one of the extras in the background for it. So
That still doesn't mean anything. But the fact of the matter is, we don't know anything about this kid. I know everything about Hinckley, who tried to kill Reagan. I know people who tried to kill John Lennon, all these assassinations of any of these people.
Well,
sure.
Who is this
actually,
fucking asshole?
There was no try on John Lennon. He succeeded. Chapman did.
But, right. But what I'm
Driver
saying
never
is,
got busted for killing Kennedy.
but here's the thing: who is this kid? And why didn't nobody gives a shit that he tried to kill the fucking current president of the United
And
States of
you
America?
his family were held supposedly accountable.
no,
You
I
haven't
don't
heard
think his
anything
family
more.
was. Were they?
You haven't heard anything more on it. You haven't heard anything more about the guy that was in the stands that was killed or anyone else. It's all been brushed aside. And that's kind of what Trump's thing is. If you're always looking over here, you're not paying attention to what's going over here.
I think that's every politician
So
who does that.
to answer your question
That's true.
before, there was another guy that actually made his way onto the golf course that they caught with a rifle. He was kind of a guy from Hawaii that was a drifter that tried to kill Trump again, supposedly. Never fired any shots or anything else. And actually, Don Jr. just brought up again, he's like, what do you want to do? Have my dad be assassinated supposedly for a third time? And that was within the last couple of days. So there is, you're right, there hasn't been too much more spoken about it.
Who is this kid? Who is this? Who
No,
is
I
this?
agree with you. We don't know. I mean, like, yeah.
But why don't we know? I mean,
No, you're right.
because
There's a lot of video footage.
could it be maybe that, I don't know, that it wasn't legit? If you take a bullet, oops, I just actually took a bullet to the ear, and then I stood straight up and was like, yeah, fuck you, motherfucker.
But I think that he definitely took. Well, it
Go watch
grazed
the
him.
Reagan. Go watch when Reagan got shot and watch what happens. Reagan's not standing up and like, yeah. It's come on.
I think it grazed his ear, but I don't think that he would be. I mean,
Trump knew that
Yeah.
there was a photo op, and we actually, when it happened, we were in the backyard blazing one and having a couple of social drinks.
That's
and we
awesome.
were like, fuck it, he's going to win the election. This was a moment that everybody could get behind. And if you look at the nice little picture that was recently gifted from Putin to Trump, it's from this Russian guy where he's got his hand in the air, again with the blood across his face. And Trump really appreciated it.
wait,
So
what picture from where?
it just happened over the weekend here with last week. Again, where the whole thing with Ukraine.
If they would have, hold on. So if you would have taken all the money that Biden gave to Ukraine while we're freaking going down in the tubes, we'd all be rich if you gave it to Americans.
But the government's never going to give out money to you or I or people on the street. That's
That's
one.
not true because Trump did it during COVID.
He gave money to
He actually
people.
gave money to all of our prisoners too.
Yes, there's
That help you,
misspent
Connie?
money that took place there with checks that went out to everybody. But part of the reason why they did that was to buy favor and to keep the economy going. in regards to it, because that was such a strange time where nobody knew where we were going to wind up. And that's even why Biden did it as well.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't help other countries, but what I'm saying is that I'm going to use the plane thing again. When the plane's going down, they tell you put your gas mask on first so you can have everybody else. Well, you know what? The United States is fucking going down. And we need to put our own gas mask on.
I got a clip to play for you.
All right.
She doesn't have headphones on though, so she's not
know.
gonna hear.
I know, because I don't want...
Okay, ready? Here you go. Listen to this. This will explain Trump versus really reality. Okay. Ready?
President Trump, I'm starting to regret my vote. What? Now? Now you're starting to regret. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I was fine in the beginning. I can overlook, and I'm okay with the blatant racism and the crass sexism and the deranged narcissism and pandering to Nazis and supporting pedophiles and proudly bragging about being a sexual predator and paying your mistress to have an abortion and openly cheating your employees and mocking the disabled and praising murderous dictators and the constant pathological lying, the petty vindictive cruelty, the staggering ineptitude, the unapologetic corruption, the nepotism, the mob ties, the calculated mendacity, ignorance as to how American government works, encouraging violence against those that question your authority, the theft of our tax dollars to pay off your mountain of debt and or go golfing. Did I mention the relentless lying? You're a liar. Being a white nationalist, demonizing immigrants, the obvious disregard of the Bill of Rights, lying about whether Russia had hacked our election when you knew all along it had, then lying about it, the collusion with our sworn enemy and the sworn enemy of democracy, your dereliction of duty, your treasonous activities, and I was with you when you cheated. I was with you when you cheated on your wife for that porn star, the one you compared favorably to your daughter. You cheated on your wife, not the wife you raped, but the current wife who had just given birth to your son. And of course, I was with you when we found out you cheated with the Playboy Playmate, the one you compared favorably to your daughter, not with the wife you have now, but the second wife whose kid you ignore. And of course, I was with you, President Trump, when you took the babies away. You took infants breastfeeding, literally breastfeeding from their mothers and fathers. Families who had made this arduous trek to come here and seek asylum. They just wanted to seek asylum. And you took them and you deported the parents and you took them and separated them, sent the kids hundreds of miles away in a disused Walmart inside of a cage with armed guards pointing guns at them. And then, of course, thus ensuring the private prison contractors CoreCivic and Geo Group, who donated heavily to you, can get paid their collective $4 billion in profit. As those toddlers sob and whimper in absolute terror, traumatized for life, of course I was with you with that. But this last omnibus spending bill is where I draw the line.
There's a lot of truth to that. However, don't get me started on deportation because you won't agree with me at all.
Did you enjoy this week when the mother had to take her kid who had cancer back to wherever the fuck they were from because that was a little rough, right?
You know, it is rough. And it's rough and it's terrible. However, I'm going to go back to the plane thing again. We have people... This is what changed it all for me. We were sitting in Las Vegas at the Morgan Wallen concert, and this kid, and I call him a kid, but he's in his 40s, but he looked like a kid, sat next to me, and we're chatting, and they're from Portuguese. And so he said, my dad, it took 12 years, but we're here. And we're small business owners. We thrive. We're doing very, very good, but we started with nothing. He's like, but you want to know what? My dad did it the right way. And the way he explained it, it totally resonated with me. The money that we're giving to them, and we have people living in homeless embankments in freaking Bay City, Michigan, is sad.
Where's that?
I know, right? But until every and this is my opinion, and tell every Vietnam vet or anyone that has ever signed up to work in the military, I don't care if you're inactive or active, and tell the United States of America takes care of them for the rest of their fucking lives. Should we ever fucking be helping anyone else?
I agree with you completely. So why did Trump cut all the veterans funding right for the last 3 months?
Because he's a because he's a fucking asshole.
Exactly.
What else do we have to choose from?
I could not agree with you more.
What else do we have to choose? You know what I mean? It's like.
So the biggest thing you have to remember is
you're gonna have Harris or whatever. I mean,
here's the thing, though.
She lost my vote when she put prisoners out and freaking to fight fires, and they died when she whatever.
Here's the thing you gotta remember, okay? Mm-hmm. Those people were proud that they came here to build a business, right?
You know what? I'm proud to be here. Not you. But my business doesn't even.
I'm not talking about you and your. I'm not talking about you and your business.
I know, but these guys.
Talking about them who fought to get even in this country. With all the headlines of people who are being just thrown away, and this has been something that's going on for a long, long, long time. Don't get me wrong. This isn't the first year of deportation. Okay, we've been doing this shit for fucking years, and yet people still, to this day, fight to get here. So how do you explain?
Right. So I explain it this way.
The proudness that they have for building the business that they have after fighting to get here.
The United States of America is made up of every nationality, and I am Russian, and my grandparents fought to fucking get here. Mm-hmm. But they went through the system, and the process, as fucked up as that process is, because it shouldn't take that long, but all of our processes in the United States is fucked up, which proves my point.
We're all. I'm a Mexican.
It's stuck, and they did it the right way. Whatever policies and procedures people have, that's what they have, but they got to be followed.
So they did the paperwork, essentially.
But during that paperwork, they're doing background checks. When you have people that are coming from these countries, and you know that some of these are terrorist organizations just being planted everywhere, because that is just plain as day. And I feel it's like in life in general, things suck for people that they don't ask for or they deserve. It's just life happens. And if I'm sitting in a country where I'm very uncomfortable and I'm fearful for my life or whatever, but I see on the news that if I try to go to the United States, like my life's in jeopardy, I'm not going to make that journey with me or my child because I value us. So I'm gonna go through the proper channels to make sure everyone is safe. And that is the whole point, is that everyone must be safe.
So safety is the biggest thing.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Okay. So a person that comes all the way to this country and tries to build a business, does all this stuff. Yeah. Okay. Last night or the night before, 2 miles from my house, two idiot brothers, these fucking redneck hick idiots.
I seen it. It was last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. What did they do? They decided to skewer themselves up, stabbing each other like fucking morons. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they cross the Canadian border to get over here to fucking build a business? No, they're fucking dipshit fucking rednecks over here fucking stabbing each other while they're doing the dishes. Fucking pieces of shit.
But
okay? So, but what? Explain how somebody who fights for their family, wants to come to do a better thing, is more important or less important than these fucking hicks who just decide to stab themselves in the fucking trailer park. Pretty please explain to me how that's more fucking important.
I am. Are you ready for my answer?
I am totally ready. Are they whiter than you or whiter than us, and that's how they get more fucking cred? Because we weren't born. Listen, we got to challenge this melting pot of everyone here. We got these dipshits that were probably born fucking 2 miles away, fucking stabbing each other, and they're more important than these fucking people that cross a fucking border risking their lives.
No, they're not more important at all, because we're all humans. But at the end of the day, they were born in the United States, and it's
this imaginary line. It's fucking, that's what makes it. That's what makes it different, right?
It is sad, and that we should be praying for them that they live in the United States. Hold on, listen.
Prayer's ridiculous.
No, it's not. But it is sad that this country has no resources or very little resources to help the mentally challenged or have mental health, drug addiction, whatever it may be. Since the 70s and 80s, the United States has fucking failed. Why? And we failed our own people. Why? Because of money. But then we're giving so much to all these other countries to fucking blow each other up, which is fucking insane. If we, as Americans, would put our gas mask on to save everybody, then there would be more resources for mental health, drug abuse, counseling. I mean, people's answer right now to rehab is like, let's just throw them over here off of this street and pretend it's a rehab and call it a rehab, but it's actually prison, when there's really nobody's getting to the root of the problem here in the United States. And that's where I'm talking about. Trump needs to spend his time, instead of on these tariffs and stuff, he needs to spend time into that shit. We shouldn't be having sex trafficking. We shouldn't be having fucking kidnapping. We shouldn't be, I mean, I'm not going to say it's never going to go away, but I mean,
no,
it's
it
blown up.
It should go away.
Well, it should go away. But it should be totally minimized if we would keep our resources here and focus on the fucking United States of America. Then, once we are standing tall and strong, absolutely, people going through the proper process, invite them into, because I wouldn't be in the United States if that wasn't there. Like, I generally would not be here. But people have to do it the right way. And it's,
Oh, I agree with that.
you know, just
Do
hands-on.
you think that there are mental illnesses in other countries?
Absolutely, but is that my problem? No. It's not, because I am in the United States of America and I'm only going to focus on what I can help control. Those countries need to step up.
Are
and
you
help their own people.
humanitarian, or are you just like selfishly thinking about yourself? Because
I'm not
you
thinking
came from
about
another
me,
country.
no.
Your biggest point is you came from another country, right? Or your
Well,
fear.
my ancestors came from another country, right?
So did mine. So
Right.
what makes the fact that your ancestors did that 3 decades ago different than the ones that are trying to do it now?
Because, like I said before, people can go through the right channel. There is a process to get a visa, to be... Okay,
Yes.
How much pride is it in taking the proper legal steps to become an American citizen, and then you can stand back and go, man, I did that. I feel like I got a big swinging dick right now because I freaking accomplished
At what
that.
point...
We're just letting them in, like, and not making them answer any questions.
I don't know anything
We're
about
not
that.
taking care
I
of
don't know
our
anything
own
about
people.
that. I don't know anything about that.
Our own people, and I mean that. We're Russian, we're... Irish.
This is what I'm saying.
German,
It's quite hypocritical to point at the same things that our fucking ancestors did.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't be doing that again, but until we can get to where we stand tall, where we can help those people, then they need to help themselves. Everyone needs to.
I agree.
These
And how
other
are they helping
countries-
themselves? By coming to somewhere where they can help themselves.
Why can't their prime minister, or their president, or whatever the fuck they call them, why can't they step up and do it? Because they don't want to, so then all of a sudden it falls on us? Absolutely not. That's insane.
Because we live in the best
wrong.
country ever, right?
Well, I don't know anymore. I mean,
I know,
Canada's
because there's
looking
so many
pretty good.
there's so many crazy Russians here now.
Absolutely, and I'm German too, so watch it. But no,
We forget that we're all a mixing, melting pot of everything.
But-
we get to this point where, like, oh, okay, we're the same color now, right? We're the
Okay,
same
but-
color now. We
so-
gotta fucking just deal in.
For our kids' sake, don't you want them to be able to go to the store without somebody pounding on their window asking for money? Don't you want them to be able to walk out and not have mace, or feel like they have to get a freaking gun? No, that's the country that we live in now. We need to bring. I'm not going to be Trump. We need to bring America great again. I'm not going to say it's not going to, but like that's what we need to do. Then we can reach out and help all these other countries.
So what I have to say about this, the one thing is things have changed, and we haven't changed with the times. The American dream has always been about get to America and make it happen, whether it's legally or illegally, because there's always that American dream story that's been out there. It's always about
Who's
coming.
destroying that right now?
So with that in mind,
Everyone.
when it comes to this now,
Just Cheeto hairspray guy.
yeah.
But But
So-
I get that, but there's not enough people standing up and saying, "Hey, what you're doing is like no one is rebutting him. No one's debunking him. Like you
I agree
have
on that.
all
I
these
agree on
people
that.
that are going out there. I mean, I couldn't even get on social media for how long because
People are too
in the
afraid.
feeds, it's all these people loving freaking Trump, just loving him. So people need
Not
to.
right now, there's not.
everybody needs to grow
No, there
a fucking
still
dick.
is. So
People
either,
need to grow a dick.
Those people are naive as fuck.
either people are getting triggered or they're actually feeling.
Dude, I so want to get in front of a person who still can fucking come to bat for a stripper who thinks they fucking are gonna go home with them.
Say that again. What?
I still want to meet up with a boy who thinks a stripper's gonna go home with him. Okay?
No matter how much money you give
Anybody who thinks that these politicians give a fuck about him is thinking like they're going to the VU and they're gonna go home with these
You're
strippers.
absolutely right because at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck.
No, it's all about the money.
But then that's how the American society is reacting. It's like nobody gives a fuck about anybody anymore. Nobody's putting anybody in anybody else's shoes.
Well, and it goes back to how does it affect me? How does it work for me? How does it affect me? Is it taking money out of my pocket?
All I know is there's got to be something that's good that's going on in this country, even now with all this bullshit going on, that these people would risk coming into this country that we have to worry about the deportation shit.
We're still the greatest country ever.
Exactly.
We really are.
And if
so there is no making
This
America
fear-
great again. We've always been great. We always will be great, and we always are great.
until we're not. Listen, look at our leader. Dude, he's a fucking freakish weirdo. Just look at him. He's a fucking alien from fucking Star Wars. He's got Cheeto fucking orange face. He's spray painting his fucking hair.
But I will have to say that he does
He's
look
a
less...
fat piece of shit.
He is looking less orange these days, don't you agree?
Yes.
I mean, because normally, like, he's like the epitome of an orange, but he's looking more like a walnut. Like, he's getting darker.
They've adjusted his prescription.
Yeah, exactly.
No. He quit spray tanning, and he's actually tanning.
I say this for now. He did one less pass. He was like, and now he's only done like, and he's done. He's like lightened it a little bit, but he's still fucking dude. Who decides that this is the person? If you were to just lay a photo down, and be like, who are you gonna vote for? Who are you gonna be around? Who do you want to fucking manage anything? It's not the cheese fucking sprayed face guy with the fucking hair.
We should have known not to vote for him when Giovanni came out in New York City and his hair dye was running down his face and they're best buds.
Oh, Giuliani? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Santos actually just got recently
arrested.
Sentenced.
He's 7 years in jail, man.
Yeah,
He's going to fucking jail.
So they're going to
Identity theft.
Best volleyball team out there. So when it comes to it,
But here's the thing.
I think they play volleyball in prison.
No, I'm sure they have exercise
What are
in
you talking
prison.
about then? What are you
No, George Santos, the guy that did all the different aliases, different.
He was a drag queen for a while.
Yeah, drag queen out in New York that Trump endorsed.
Here's what I'm getting back to on this whole thing. Trump, when he was this guy making buildings, doing all this stuff in the 80s, on Howard Stern, doing the things he was doing, he was more of a personality. That's why when he got on The Apprentice and did his thing.
You know why he could do all that? It's because there was a woman in charge of building that Trump Tower. That's why he could do all that.
Who?
What was her name?
I can't remember her name. We did watch.
Who was it? Who?
We did watch.
I want to know who it
I'll
is.
have to look it up.
How come she's not president?
I'm telling you, hold on.
So,
what I'm getting to is he should have stayed in his lane. He knew what he was about. Come on, this dude is a friend of Epstein. He is on the logs. He's been to the island. He's done some fucking dastardly shit. Who's gonna deny that? This is the guy running the shit now. Okay?
So what dirt does he have on everybody else? That's the biggest question. He's got to have a shit ton of dirt.
On who?
She was the head of the construction for the Trump Tower.
But here's the bottom line on this whole Trump thing, okay? now he's undermined common sense to the point where it doesn't matter. He can say he's fucking fisting fucking midgets. Nobody gives a shit.
But why do you think that how do you think how does he have that much power? Because I agree with you. Like, I agree with you 100%.
The more numb you make people, the more you can get away with.
And that's scary.
But it's true, and which I love, don't get me wrong, because that makes me get to say whatever the fuck I want anytime I fucking want to.
But he does have that power. I mean,
he does. He totally does.
And, I mean, I'm not saying it's good or bad, but it's kind of scary, actually. That's why I say he's a false prophet.
To me, I have a double-edged sword on that one, because, you know what? I think people say and think what they're going to think regardless of what outside sources make them think they need to.
That's not what the vote showed, though. He won.
Yeah, he won. That means he can literally say anything he wants. I grab bitches by the pussy, and I'm fucking.
I know, and what I'm saying is that's scary.
It's scary, but if he can say that, guess what I get to say? Anything I fucking want, because I'm not going to try to be president.
My point from earlier, though, is that everything that he does, if the normal person does it, it's like they're faulted for it.
No,
yeah, he gets away with it.
No, I've said the same shit for the last fucking 21 years. No. He's like my fucking savior, and I hate his guts because he's a piece of shit trying to rule the world in his own fucking sick, twisted way. He's a fucking shithead. He's not doing it for the right reasons. He's a greedy fuck.
I agree. I don't think that he has the American people's best interest at heart.
No.
But I really don't know any politician that truly does.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. Yeah, no. I agree with you for sure. Yeah. You speak the truth on that. In fact, right now, as low as his poll numbers are, which has been the big thing over the past week, the Democrats are even lower. This is a time where independent should rise to the occasion, but no one is there.
They don't, right?
Yeah, so it's like what's the alternative is really the question.
Yeah, and there isn't no answer. I mean,
right?
At the end of the day, no one's happy with the presidents or blah 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 blah, even the candidates. But like, there's no other option.
So
it's true.
I guess
it's true.
I'm announcing my candidacy for 2028.
El Prezi, baby.
El Presidente is going to move on out.
So what do you know? What's your take on that though? Like,
I really think, to be into politics now, you have to have the backing and you have to have the sponsorship when it comes to your nest egg to be able to run, to be able to go for things. But we need to bring jobs back to the United States. We need to create things here. We do not need to have people feel excluded, but yet we need to include them. And if you want to come to the United States, come here in the right way. If you want to be able to play sports, you should be
Absolutely.
You should be what you're born into.
That's two separate things.
But at the end of the day, in order to become president, you got to give up all that shit. And that's what's bullshit with, like, how did this happen in the American? No,
not necessarily.
You have to pat this person's back, and you have to get the money. You have to make all these promises.
You have to sacrifice.
At the end of the day, and you know this from the union.
Yes, I do.
It is all fucking motherfucking politics and popularity contests.
See, I agree. I agree with you, but here's the thing:
who allowed all these jobs to escape the country?
The companies that actually went that way, and also the politicians.
You know why? Because they're greedy fucks.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely.
Those are the assholes that need to be held accountable.
Absolutely.
And those companies should be the ones that get put on the back burner and let the companies that want to bring stuff here strive to bring things here. They had their chance and they fucked it up.
Absolutely.
And you get to the back of the fucking list.
And we, the American people, have bailed them out time and time again.
You know why? Because they thought it was...
Look at Detroit,
which we have no benefit.
I mean,
we get no money back out of anything that the CEOs or anybody else that gets bailed out on. So my running mate will be Vincent Skinwell.
But at the end of the day, how do you fix it? How?
You have to first of all be realistic about the time length of when you can fix it.
There you go. You said you have to be realistic, which votes out half the people in the United States, and I gotta pee.
No,
really, honestly, it's true.
Seriously, you're completely
realistic. They never would have voted in Trump in the first place.
And with
But
that
then
note,
again, they only had Harris to choose from, so then
we're going to take a pause here real quick.
Take
To
a break
refill.
from having to vote and heal as humans before we take on the next president.
But you're talking 4 years. I'm talking about 30 years ago.
I'm talking about like back in this past.
You're talking about
election. How do you choose from the lesser of two evils?
Piper's around here.
It's easy.
How?
30 years ago, they undermined what's going on right now, and it's taken all of that time to get to this point when we think about what's going on right now, and we don't look past beyond that.
No, that's true. I'm not educated in that area, so you're probably absolutely right. I only see beyond whatever, but at the end of the day, it's got to be fixed, and somebody needs to step up and fix it. And who is that going to be?
It's not going to get fixed in 5 years. It's going to get fixed in like 15, 20 years.
Hopefully.
Next kid's generation.
But honestly, I think that if Trump put his mind to it and focused and got rid of forgot about the tariff shit.
That blurry mind.
I think that he really, with the power that he has, could cut that timeline in half. But he's more worried about fucking TikTok and X and Twitter than to worry about us.
He's worried about where he's going to tee off at his golf course. He doesn't give a shit about what the fuck's going on.
He's more time golfing than
Come on.
I didn't want to do this. No, I agree with you. He's just not.
We're taking a break. We're going to take a break. I got to reset.
We'll
be right back.